What will happen when we become a Type 1 civilization? And before we start, hit share, copy, link twice, I'd really appreciate it. In 1964, a Soviet astronomer created the Kardashev scale. This determined how much of the universe a given group, us, can harness as energy. And this goes from a Type 1 all the way to a Type 40. And at some point, this series will break your mind. Now, currently Earth is a 0.7 civilization. That's fucking embarrassing. But when we hit Type 1, we'll be able to harness all the available energy and resources of our own planet. Soon we'll be able to use the power of natural disasters, even using earthquakes to terraform places, as well as being able to control our weather. No! Even our technology will be at the point where we could make a space elevator, because why the fuck not? Having colonies on multiple different planets and moons. That is nothing compared to a Type 2 civilization. Yes, this series will go all the way up to Type 40, I'm not kidding. Now let me know in the comments if you actually want to see me go all the way up to Type 40. All with me now. Elon! What will happen when we become a Type 2 civilization? Now, before we start, hit share, copy, link twice, I'd really appreciate it. And yes, we are going all the way up to a Type 40. Now, a Type 2 civilization means we are an interstellar civilization. And if I do say so myself, that is sexy. To be a Type 2, we'd have to harness the total energy of our star. Basically meaning that big old tangerine in the sky. And I don't just mean transferring starlight to energy, because that is some basic bitch shit. I mean controlling the star itself. This will be done most likely through what is known as a Dyson sphere, a structure encompassing every inch of our star, even surpassing the 1 million mile mark. Alright, everyone get out their fucking Legos. We'd be able to gather its energy and point it wherever we want, even controlling the rate of global warming. Greta will be proud. And let me just say, with this, there is nothing that could destroy a Type 2 civilization, because you could literally vaporize anyone who tries. Essentially, we have a Death Star, as well as traveling at the speed of light and having colonies on other planets. Now, like and comment for a Type 3. Elon! What will happen when we become a Type 3 civilization? And before we start, if you could hit share, copy, link twice, I'd really appreciate it. Right off the bat, we would be known as a galactic civilization. That is hot! Essentially, we would be able to harness all of the energy within our galaxy, as well as creating extensive Type 2 colonies on other planets and moons, as well as having Dyson spheres everywhere! I'm not sure I trust humanity with about 1 million Death Stars. At this point, we would basically have unlimited power and be an extremely advanced species. And with reliable interstellar travel, it would essentially be living in Star Wars. Yes, you'll get your own lightsaber. Probably. We'll have began researching time dilation and potentially even time travel, as well as actively being in contact with our little green friends because of the large radius we will have traveled. Oh, and did I mention that we could literally move celestial bodies? Yes, interior space design. Literally saying I think that planet will look better next to that moon. We will have cracked wormholes and be using them for travel. We'll also be able to transfer your mind and become a cyborg. Yes, in Type 3, immortality! But this is nothing compared to a Type 4 civilization. Come back tomorrow. Elon! What will happen when we become a Type 4 civilization? And if you could share, copy, link twice, I'd really appreciate it. Okay, so we've made it off the initial Kardashev scale. But I spy with my little eye. As a Type 4, we'd be known as a universal civilization. That is H-O-T, hot! Being so advanced, everyone would be immortal and omnipotent, as we'd be able to transfer our consciousness wherever the fuck we please. We'd have the ability to harness all of the energy within our universe. Did you notice how I said our? Fully understanding and actively using dark matter, we'd be able to manipulate the very fabric of space-time. Essentially, time travel and teleportation would be so easy to us, it'd be like the snap of our fingers. Examples of Type 4 civilizations in TV are Doctor Who and Futurama. Yes, you get a bender! We'd be actively aware of the majority of intelligent life in the universe. However, this creates another problem if we discover another Type 4 civilization and do what humans do best and start a universal war. Being able to move supermassive structures in space with ease. Just don't fucking annoy the person who's able to yeet a black hole at you. Oh, and did I mention you can enter and live in a black hole? Let me know in the comments if you want a Type 5, it only gets better. Elon! What will happen when we become a Type 5 civilization? Sorry for the delay, but we're here now, so that's okay. Also, before we start, if you could hit share, copy, link twice, I'd really appreciate it. We'll be able to harness all of the energy in the universe and timelines that have, do, or will exist. I know. This is almost completely unimaginable to us right now. But that's not where it ends, because humans will have proven and have constant access to the multiverse. In today's age, it is just a working theory. But in a Type 5 civilization, it is fact! If you don't know what that is, think of any parallel or any minor difference to right now. Well, that exists right now in its own universe. And we'll be able to gain access to these universes through most likely the manipulation of wormholes or even black holes. Not only that, but we will understand every single theory in existence and have mastered every form of mathematics, physics, biology, chemistry. We will have completely perfected medicine, so much so that death will be a thing of the past. And if somehow someone did die, we'd most likely be able to recreate them. I'm realizing I'm running out of time on this, so part 2 will be out in 15 minutes. You're not going to want to miss it. Elon! What will happen when we become a Type 5 civilization part 2? If you haven't seen the first part, you're going to want to watch it. It's right before this video. It is wacky. So by this point, not only will we have documented every life form in the universe, we'll also be on our way to documenting every life form in every possible universe. Do we understand how insane that is? Life forms from the past, present, and future. We'll have also completely mastered the laws of nature, being able to manipulate them in our own will. This part might be the bit that gets you. We would be able to build our own existence. Basically somewhere you could put your subconscious to live forever. This in itself will have us reaching a whole new level of existence. And honestly, a Type 5 civilization is no different to the superheroes we see on our screens in modern day. Honestly, their abilities would be basic shit for us. I have a question for you guys. At what point down this line do we stop being humans and become something else? Oh, but it doesn't stop there. Let me know if you want a Type 6. It just keeps getting more crazy. Just get ready. Elon! What will happen when we become a Type 6 civilization? It's been a while, I know, I'm so sorry. At this point, we'd be known as a paraversal civilization, which one is sexy as fuck. But this is because we would exist outside of the space-time continuum, being so powerful to be able to create and maintain the laws of universes. However, just as easy as it is to create universes, in good old human nature, we would be able to destroy entire universes. We also might be able to survive on the outside of the universe, which is essentially just a void, having complete access to every collection of universes, multiverses, dimensional realms. We would have complete control over quantum mechanics, being so advanced that even Type 5 civilizations would be so far beneath us, and completely at our mercy. Essentially, Type 6 is the enforcer of all things. We would look at Type 6 like a deity, a god. Humanity by then would most likely have a hive mind. With thought transference, think of Venom. Breaking out of reality itself, we will know that there's more out there than just the multiverse. Elon! Yep, somehow we're back and it still gets more and more epic. So here we are with what would happen if we were a Type 7 civilization. Now firstly, a Type 7 or K7 civilization, that's badass, would be able to reveal, transcend, and oversee or be the Omniverse. What? Yeah, I'm already lost too, don't worry. Honestly, researching all this information just makes me feel like that one kid in an exam who just turned up to draw on his exam booklet and go, regardless, stick with me, let's get through this together. So yes, effectively god level. Oh yeah, of course, Matt, because there's gonna be 8 billion gods. This is where this shit gets wacky. Because there wouldn't be 8 billion of us. There'd technically be 1. Right. Because civilization at this point would have found a way to transcend and merge into a single mind. Oh, I miss my brain. This would encompass all thoughts and all timelines, thus allowing us to be omnipotent and omnipresent, responsible for all existent past and future, and creating what we want, when we want, however we want it. Just like the picture I found. Who's surprised? There's so much information I couldn't fit into one fucking video. Part 2 is coming in 15 minutes. Get ready. It gets wacky. Well, welcome back to what would happen if we were a Type 7 civilization part 2. So I was literally just telling you how we'd basically all be in one mind. One mind to rule them all. I'm a fucking nerd. But what else could we possibly do? Well, every universe in the Omniverse, every single one, would be completely colonized. That is fucking mental! And we'd effectively have a gigantic book on how every single universe and its life was created. Now, I'm not a fan of reading, so I think I'll wait for the movie on that one. Having the ability to create infinite universes and control the laws within them, even the speed of light. Hi, casual. So now we can go to the multiverse, megaverse, paraverse, omniverse. What the fuck is next? Well, we haven't talked about dimensions yet. Now, when people think dimensions, they think parallel universes. However, that is incorrect. They're actually facets of what we perceive to be reality. Just stay with me. I'll try and stay with me. Now, there are about 11 different dimensions. Here are some of them. Each of them getting more and more confusing. Let me know if you want a series on. I'll try. We would have found a way to access these dimensions and do with them what we please. My brain hurts! What would happen if we were a Type 8 civilization? That's pretty much been my entire reaction to researching this shit. For real though, my head hurts every single time we go up a type. However, I have found a couple more things. So let's do this. Firstly, to reach this absolutely inconceivable point, it would take this many years. I know. We would be able to explore universes in different dimensions. And you'll understand how fucking insane that is when I do my series on the 11 different dimensions. But let's just say, Fuck. We'd also most likely come into contact with more alien species within these dimensions. Yay, friends! Not necessarily. Because remember, they're already in these dimensions, which means they probably have the power to fuck up our day if they want to. This is an interesting one. Any afterlife that actually exists, we would have discovered by then. How mental is that? Something known as the multi-dimension will also have been explored. Not colonized yet, but explored. And the mega dimension will have been discovered. It's mega, so it's big. Now it gets even more insane because I found information up to type 11. So more on that soon. Fuck. Also, thank you for the support on my channel. Almost 10,000 subscribers. Let's hit it by my birthday. I love you. How much longer can this go on? Regardless, welcome back to what would happen if we were a type 9 civilization. Fuck. The literal description being a civilization so large that it could create and destroy multi-dimensions and more. What more? We'd have colonized every single planet in the following. And the list is so large, yes, I need my phone. Every universe, multiverse, megaverse, omniverse, dimension, multi-dimension, mega-dimension, and omni-dimension. Now let's just take a second to realize how fucking mental that is. I think I peed. Now let's just assume we haven't shoved all of our minds into one big brain. Then the size of our population is literally inconceivable right now. And I can't count to 10. It also states that we would have attempted to make contact with God. Or a higher species, higher being, whatever your beliefs are. Hashtag I don't judge. However, this attempt would have failed. But just wait until type 10 and 11. We would have a huge book on every planet in existence. Once again, I'm not an avid reader. Do you have a picture book? We'd have figured out how to exactly colonize the dimensions. Specifically 11 of them. Assuming a higher being in those dimensions having Thanos snapped us out of existence. Please no, E.T. Daddy. Here we go again. What would happen if we were a type 10/11 civilization? Now this might be the unconventional one. A little bit controversial. So please do remember I am only reading the theories. Oakley dokley, let's do this. Firstly, a type 10 is known as the absolute civilization. Having explored literally everything, everywhere, at any given time in every dimension and verse, we would have two options. Firstly, that's it. There's nothing else to do. We simply crack open a Pepsi and wait for another civilization possibly that we create to catch up with us. Yay, friends! Or two, we find something higher than us, whether that be a god or another species, on an even higher plane of existence. And we figure out how to get to that place to be able to progress from a 10 civilization to a 100 civilization. This brings me to type 11. A little bit controversial. As we know, us humans are, how do I put it, very power hungry. We want to be the tippity top of that triangle. So there is a theory that if we do ascend to this higher plane of existence, we will try to overthrow whatever's up there, to be in charge. Some believe we'll succeed, some we don't, or some believe we'll live in harmony. Could this be the start of our own Star Wars? With a god! Oh my days, it's been a long journey. But welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the finale. What would happen if we were a type 12 civilization? And remember, it's okay to cry. So we left off most likely fighting the species or being that is currently on the higher plane of existence that we can't even fathom right now. So after this crazy ass battle, there are three theories. The first one is that we win. I don't know how. But it also states in this type the species or being are most likely going to take back control and reset the universe. I remember in type 8 when I was like, yeah, we could easily just destroy multiverses. Imagine what he could do. Ding! Theory 2. We lose. Magnificently. Completely bringing us to extinction. Why fucking great. Imagine going through everything we went through just to become extinct because we're too fucking stubborn. Or theory 3. Some believe we'll be able to live in harmony with the species or being, helping us progress into further verses and technological advancements, bringing us from a type 12 to a type 99.9. Yes, technically there could be more types. But right now there are no more theories about realms or dimensions that are out there. But when we figure it out, I'll be here. Thank you guys for the support. Dimension series coming soon.